What brings you to Davos?
Well, I'm here, as I said, in my personal capacity.
I thought you'd be like, because the Maharashtra government.
I've been trying to help in some ways. There are some people who I know personally. I've good set of relations across the world, across industries, from politics to business to technology. And of course, my emphasis would be to try and bring people to consider investing in Maharashtra. There's some meetings which I did help organize with the Chief Minister.
This is what you're good at.
I
the phone, make connections.
But I'm good. But for me, Rahul, whether I'm in Party A, Party B, in the government of India or not in the government of India, I like doing that. I'm very passionate about bringing investments to India, to Maharashtra. So of course, as a Mumbaikar, as someone who's grown up in the city, as a Maharashtrian, my goal will be to bring investments to Maharashtra. But to be very honest with you, there are some people I introduced to other states who have pavilions here.
There's a lot of competition here.
There is.
Tamil Nadu,
And
Karnataka,
absolutely. And I introduce people to investors to other states.
You won't be very happy. You'll get into
No, people. Why somebody doesn't have something in Maharashtra, somebody has something in Karnataka, somebody has something in Telangana, regardless of which party is in power. This is about India. This is not about party. When people come here and people say, come to my state, ultimately, yes, every pavilion, every state government is competing against each other. Certainly Maharashtra will say, come to us over Karnataka, over Telangana. That's healthy. But I believe that every chief minister and every state government ultimately wants India to win. And that to me has always been my focus. Like, how can we really bring investments to India? And I believe that you've probably seen this in the last few days as well. There are tremendous tailwinds for India. If you think of what's happening with China, China's aggression in the last few years, the kind of money that is also moving out of China globally, not just in private equity, but in public equities also. India has to just do the right things, small things, and I believe that there's no limit to the amount of inflows that can come.
What are you making of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Nyaya Yatra, and how do you see the 2024 Lok Sabha election shape?
As I said, I've just left the party. I don't want to score political points, certainly not here in Davos. But I think that, look, I've always, at a personal level, admired the leadership of the Prime Minister. I've always felt that a man like him who came from nothing, who fought against all odds. I know industry very well. I know how he was working when he was a Gujarat Chief Minister. I would hear that not from the politicians. Politicians have to say what's good for the party. But I would hear that directly from the practitioners, directly from the investors who are going to Gujarat. So he's somebody who has always been dynamic. He's someone who's always been very forthright, quick, follow-up oriented. And I think he's done a tremendous service to this country, not just economically, but politically, strategically, militarily. People often say, that he's changed the perception of India. It's absolutely true. The first thing when you talk about India, you talk about Maharashtra, you talk about any other state, the first thing that comes to mind for an investor, you have Prime Minister Modi as your Prime Minister. Then you have this good man as your Chief Minister. Then you have these policies in the center and the state. So that giving investors that confidence is very, very critical. And I've always admired him for that. And even in my last 10 years, despite a very hostile relationship between the opposition and the government, I have steered clear of attacking personally. I've always criticized or critiqued, given constructive suggestions purely on policy. And I'm really looking forward to strengthening his hands. And I really believe that the voters of India, every state has its individual dynamics, but the voters of India ultimately want a leader like him. And I think they understand that there's no alternative to the Prime Minister.
You've been itching and waiting for quite a while to have something real to do. Now you have a real challenge. Let's see how much.
No, I always had something to do. I was itching to do something constructive, because when I entered politics in 2004, I entered with a purpose to change things. I thought that I brought some value. I have some different experiences. Can I bring that to politics? And I had the opportunity to do that for a good 10 years when we were in power and we were in government. But I think the way that politics has become, Rahul, and not just in India, but around the world, politics has become so divided, so polarized, where you have to oppose for the sake of opposing. You can't provide constructive suggestions. And I'm done with that. I want to now move on to a more positive role where I can actually help take India forward, help take Mumbai forward.
Well, I look forward to tracking what you do and how you do it. Milind Deora for joining us out in the cold here and joining us for this stroll. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank